What is up, cool kids? I'm Cool Trainer Gavin, and welcome to the final week of the regular season of the GPL. This week we are going up against Yellow Shy and the Motreal Escaveliers. I am a cultured person, and I speak French, and that is how you actually pronounce both of those words. Now, Shy's been in first place. I don't think he's lost a match all season. Correct me if I'm wrong, at least up until last week. He might have lost last week, I don't quite remember. But he went 5 weeks undefeated, at least. So I could be the spoiler. And I'm pretty hype about it, honestly. I love doing that kind of thing. I love spoiling. And all of that is even more impressive when you think that he didn't actually even draft his own team. He, like what happened was he missed the draft, so what we had him do was randomize, just pick 3 random Pokemon from OU, 3 from UU, RU, and NU. And like looking at his team, like I was actually quite impressed with how much synergy was on his team, despite it being randomized. So his team consists of Mega Mawile, Diggersby, Magnezone, Heracross, Celebi, Hippowdon, Nidoqueen, Espeon. Originally, they randomized to to Roserade, but he has since traded that for Moltres, Jellicent, and Omastar. And I say, there's a lot of repeat typings, but I say synergy in that he got Hippowdon, but the majority of his Pokemon are not damaged by sand, because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Pokemon. Half of his team is not damaged by sand. And that's just really good chip damage to have, especially when you're not taking the chip damage back. So, I really had toyed around with bringing like a Sand Veil, like Bright Powder, Heliolisk against him for the entire season. That's what I had planned to do, but I decided not to after closer examination. So this week we are running Sugarberry Heatran with Stealth Rock, Lava Plume, Earth Power, and Roar. I'm running Roar for the Mega Mawile. I'm running Shuka. I thought about running Shed Shell for the Magnezone, but I decided, Shuka would be better. The only way that that Magnezone beats this is if it has Hidden Power Ground, and I figured this helps us against the Diggersby and the Heracross anyway. So as well as like the Omastar potentially. So this is basically, we need rocks up. He has no hazard removal whatsoever, so my game plan is to hazard stack him with rocks and spikes on Garbodor. Me, the Garbodor, with Black Sludge, with Aftermath as our ability this week, with Spikes, Stomping Tantrum, also for the Mawile, with Haze, also for the Mawile, and Pain Split, just for a little extra recovery, full Phase Def. Between these two, Mawile should not be a problem. Pretty much everything on his team outside of the Espeon, all of his higher tier threats are physical. So I'm not overly worried about like the Magnezone because we have Heatran. Garbodor will eat a non-specs Thunderbolt from Magnezone pretty, not super well, but it'll live one, and then can Oko back with Stomping Tantrum. So I'm pretty comfortable with those two at least. Then we have Wesley Snipes. This is the exact same set that I brought against Nick when he flinched us out. Still a little salty. Love you, Nick. A little salty. I don't remember if the EVs are the exact same, but we are Calm Mind, Heat Wave, Moonlight, and Stored Power. The goal of this is just to get to +3 would be a comfortable spot to be at. With 3 Calm Minds up, and then nothing on his team beats this at all. At all. Especially if we were at full health, nothing short of +2 Mega Mawile with Sucker Punch deals significant damage to this. But this could easily sweep his team if I get the right setup. And we have Chabra, our Mantine. Hasn't been in a couple weeks. I missed it. He's back. With holding a Wiki Berry with Toxic, Defog, Roost, and Scald. This is partially for the Omastar as much as it is the Diggersby. Diggersby gives me a lot of problems, especially if it gets a Sword Stance up or a Agility up. that's very scary to me. So this basically mitigates that threat. We have Angst. Our Absol, also making a return, has not been here in a couple weeks, with Flamethrower for the Mawile, and the Magnezone, and the Heracross, and the Celebi. We have Knockoff, just for general utility. Hidden Power Grass for the Diggersby, for the Hippowdon, for the Jellicent, well not Jellicent, we have Knockoff and Night Slash, and the Omastar. I thought about running Ice Beam for the Hippowdon, but Hidden Power Grass just gave me better coverage against like the Diggersby, and the, actually Hidden Power Ice will be better, because it gives me Nidoqueen as well. And Omastar is not a huge problem, to be honest. So yeah, we're gonna change that to Hidden Power. Actually, I'll just go Ice Beam. I don't know what I'm talking about. And Night Slash just for general power. Yeah. Then we have Jack Black running the Power Herb Sky Attack set with Swords Dance, Jump Kick, High Jump Kick, and Acrobatics. This speed investment allows us to always outspeed a non-Choice Scarf Espeon, which is the only thing that really threatens it. And this Sky Attack is a guaranteed OHKO even without Rocks on standard Espeon, like a Specs Espeon, which is really important. So I like this team. I feel pretty confident about it. Yellow just messaged me, so we're going to get started in the battle in just a second. So I will see you in the next video going up tomorrow. So if you enjoyed this video as much as I did, please like and or subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch at CoolTrainerGav. And until next time, smile later.